We are waiting for the people who forged our signature to come, if INEC deem it fit, to come and verify those forged signatures. We shall arrest some people who forged our signature. We've already submitted the petition to the police, informing the police that people forged our signature for the recall of.
I am actually really pleased with the massive turnout by my constituents to receive me. More importantly, the fact that they were able to dare the unjust.
Senator Natasha has exposed APC magic. But before we proceed, let me type on the comment section: the evil APC cannot do does not exist. Now, I'm going to show you two APC magic they did against Senator Natasha. Please, this video is too interesting. Now, they said they got 250 signature, right? Of people signed. Now, before they can achieve that, they are supposed to go to the polling unit to acquire to get the signature, right? Last we saw in the video they display. Guess what? Those from Senator Natasha constituency, I made a video about to watch, that not one single person came to their constituency to collect, not one. They said all their signatures were forged. In the video you are about to watch. But before you watch this video, right, I want to show you people Senator Natasha's response to the massive turnout to an event that took place yesterday in Kogi State. Please, you watch the next two APC magic versus Senator Natasha. Please like and share this video. It's quite interesting. Thank you.
The recall process of our distinguished Senator Natasha Akpabio, I think is an arrangement between people who do not mean well for the people of Kogi Central. She has not done anything to us. There is nothing the federal government has given to her to give us that she has not given to us. We don't have issues with her personally. The issue with the Senate President shouldn't bother us at all. So it is just some greedy elements who has lost touch with the reality on ground that wants to recall her.
But did you sign the recall? Did you sign it?
Nobody visited my polling unit to ask for our signature for the recall of our senator. We are waiting for the people who forged our signature to come, if INEC deem it fit, to come and verify those forged signatures. We shall arrest some people who forged our signature. We've already submitted the petition to the police, informing the police that people forged our signature for the recall of Natasha. So we are waiting for INEC to come, so we will show INEC that these signatures are not our signatures.
So in essence, you didn't sign any petition?
Nobody visited the polling unit. Talk more of signing the recall process of Natasha. Nobody. Our polling units were empty that day.
What's your name?
Who were the 250?
I am actually really pleased with the massive turnout by my constituents to receive me. More importantly, the fact that they were able to dare the unjust restraints that were placed by the governor yesterday, which called for the cancellation of rallies and gatherings and all whatnot. I mean, it's very heartwarming to know that my people were able to come out in such numbers, in their thousands, waited for me since morning, you know, and prayed that I actually come, because, you know, I keep saying that democracy is all about the people. The government, the real true government are the people. And if I, as a representative, see this amount of love and support, then I think that's where I get my courage from. And then I have no option but to yield to that pull from the people. So I'm so grateful that they came out. I'm so thankful for this reception. And I'm also grateful to my husband for his generosity, I would say, because we spent pretty much all night with our think tank brainstorming how to maneuver the various restrictions that were placed by not only the governor, but the Commissioner of Police earlier today. So we took a whole lot to think, okay, We were not to use the waterways because even the fishing activities were suspended today. So that means any movement on the water could be seen as countering the government order. So we had to take away the accessing Kogi Central to the waters because, you know, would have as well gotten in through Ajakuta local government. And then we thought the roads, we saw the list of all the roads that were going to be barricaded from the east, west, south and north. We knew there was no way we could enter the state. The only option we saw was through air. And then immediately we began to make efforts towards that. So, like I say, it takes a whole lot of resources, courage, support from the people, and God Almighty to have made this possible. And I thank God because at the end of the day, it just shows that, you know what, against all, people must find the courage to dare unjust situations. That's it. And whatever happens from today, well, I just commit every day to your hands. With regards to what statements I made today, yes, I still insist on my stance that I was sexually harassed by the Senate President and that the harassment generated into malice, which denied me a lot of my privileges and rights on the floor of the National Assembly, and by extension denied the people of Kogi Central. Each time he denied me a chance to present a concern was him subjecting them to a denial of federal representation, and that's wrong. This is democracy. You can't extend your personal vendetta on one person to the people, you know. And of course, again, I said my suspension is illegal. It's unjust because it contravenes the Nigerian Constitution and even the Senate rules that says the senator should be suspended for just 14 days. Why 6 months? Especially when there are a series of court precedents, you know, in Ali Ndume and Omo Agege's cases. You see that the courts have time after time said you cannot suspend a senator that is duly elected. You cannot, and if you have to apply by the Senate rules, then it will be 14 days. And that's, again, for very serious offenses. So when they say that I was suspended, not for the sexual allegation, but for gross misconduct, the question again is, what exactly did Senator Natasha Akpabio do on the floor of the Senate that amounts to gross misconduct? I didn't fight. I didn't insult anybody. I wasn't violent. So what did I do? I didn't tear anybody's shirt. We've had senators fight. We've had senators slap each other. We've had senators tear clothes, throw things. In short, even the last 2 weeks, you've seen a whole lot of heated debates on the floor. But nobody was suspended. Why? Because I'm a woman? Or why? Because I'm a minority among a minority? Because when you talk about the larger tribe, ethnicities there, you have about 20 Yoruba senators, Hausas, you have a lot of them, but I'm the only one there. So why? I'm actually even very disappointed that my senators from Kogi, especially the senator from Kogi West, took it upon himself. He did not even mention the fact that Senator Karimi also cooked up a report trying to label me as if I'm a KGB agent infiltrating the National Assembly to disrupt the 10th Assembly and democracy. So what I did in that was that I took a preemptive measure by writing to the police so that they could invite Senator Karimi to testify or attest to the fact to how he knew about the so-called KGB agent and the infiltration moves.
Okay, so this is the Senator Natasha where they say they gathered 250,000 signature petition to remove her from National Assembly. This video now today as she go her hometown to go greet her people where the people come out to receive and welcome her. So apart from these people who come to support their senator, they still get extra 250,000 people under 2 days where sign petition to remove her from National Assembly. Meanwhile, the votes where carry Senator Natasha go Senate, according to tribunal, was about 54,073 votes. So, Chai, Nigeria, APC magic. What APC cannot do does not exist. Nigeria is an open crime scene. We have allowed criminals to overrun this asylum. And if Nigerians cannot wake up and speak up for what is true and to stand for justice, all of us will eventually become victims of this brazen criminality where we watch the unfold. So, Nigerian leaders, shame on you. Shame on you, Nigerian politicians. Shame on you, opposition lawmakers in the National Assembly, for deciding to sell your consciences and becoming a part of a cult instead of a parliament to speak up for the Nigerian people and to stand in solidarity with one of your own in the face of oppression. If you are too afraid to speak up, what of ordinary people like us who are defenseless? What exactly is the crime of Senator Natasha? In a Senate of 109 senators, only 4 women. And one of those women, they go through all the victimization when Natasha they go through. So, what exactly is her offense? Una said she disobeyed standing orders in the Senate. You suspended her for 6 months without allowance and salary. You remove and withdraw her security. Senate president said if you stop to be a senator, you should stop to enjoy your security. If not for intervention of other senators, you want to stop salary of her staff. You throw out her petition from the Committee of Ethics, which of course was an unfortunate committee that would never have brought anything good for Senator Natasha. You begin a criminal kangaroo recall of the senator, and today when she talks, say she won't go visit her people, the governor of Kogi State come out with ban on public gathering and to stop convoy movement for Kogi State just because Natasha says she want to go and visit her people. This is a bunch of cowards trying to silence a woman from being able to represent and speak up for her people. Shame on you, Nigerian politicians. Every institution of government have been weaponized and politicized. Anybody that speaks up, you become the target. Any voice of dissent, you become the criminal. Benue State that they run today, herdsmen don't they pursue, they kill people there. Complete silence from the politicians. But to victimize a woman, at the end, you will make a hero out of the situation. And INEC is in the center of this criminality, because anywhere you see political instability, you go see the hand of our Nigerian judiciary and INEC actively playing. These institutions, they don't weaponize them against the Nigerian people with law enforcement. So the people will bring petition to remove Senator Natasha. They say the INEC reply them, say they no carry phone number and address. They go back, go bring that one. So INEC is the one guiding the people on how to bring the petition to recall a legitimately elected senator. Now, according to their own investigation, the address is unverified and the group itself is not registered. But INEC never respond to tell them, say it is a ghost and kangaroo group trying to remove a senator from the Senate. Nigerian politicians. I feel terrible for Nigeria and even for Kogi people. Nigerians, we must speak up against injustice because all of us are potential victims. And Senator Natasha have become a symbol of oppression and victimization. But I thank God for her because all her political life now struggle, now battle. Even for her to go to Senate, you know how the thing happen now. The powers that be in Kogi, nothing where they no do. They divide road so that INEC materials no go fit go. But if God is with you and your people are with you, whatever God say you will be, you go become. Nigerian politicians, power is transient. If you don't leave power, power will leave you. You cannot be in power forever. And a generation of young Nigerian leaders will rise up in this country and will succeed where you bunch of failures have failed woefully. What is this oppression and victimization? Nigerian youth, we must begin to put our words into action. Oh. This 30 days rant, by tomorrow I go begin to do other videos directed at the institutions where we're supposed to talk to. Because if you do 30 days rants without action and plan, it is noise making. It must be backed up with 30 days action. The real institution that is fashioned against Nigeria na INEC. And this 30 days run must even be converted to 30 days reform INEC and electoral system. If not, by 2027, it will be corruption on steroids. It will be criminality and Mageddon. How will you hold them accountable? Anything where they want to do, they go do because they know that they can rig themselves back into power. That is where we must put our focus on INEC. May God help the people of Nigeria. The people of Kogi, I thank you now for coming out to show solidarity and standing with one of your own. Because it is not a crime for you to speak up in Nigeria. For those of us when we come to demand for good government, you think that we are your own victims. No. Planning to harm us is a waste of plan. Me, Peter, for Nigeria, this Nigeria, I know die here. I live here. The truth that I know is what I will speak. And may that truth set us free. So if you think that we are your problem, shame on you, Nigerian politicians. What a display of cowardice. May God help Nigerians to get the wisdom and courage to do what is necessary in our collective best interest. If not, as you look, tomorrow it happened to this one, today it happened to this one, next tomorrow if it be your turn. May Nigeria not happen to you before you decide to speak up for justice and equity. God bless Nigeria. My name is Peter for